快打电话叫他们开，快了！这个地方还能待吗？
In the summer of 2025, multiple provinces across southern, central, and northeastern China endured one of the most destructive rainy seasons in recent history. It all began with a wave of images that spread around the world. People stranded on rooftops, cities swallowed by rising waters, streets collapsing under the weight of the flood. What first appeared to be an isolated event quickly escalated into a nationwide emergency. Hunan, Guangdong, Hunan, Jilin, one after another, these regions began to fall under record-breaking rainfall. In Hunan, the downpours began persistently in early June. For weeks, relentless rain hammered both urban centers and rural communities. The Xiang River overflowed in multiple locations, triggering severe flooding in cities like Changsha. Evacuation sirens echoed as power grids failed, transportation networks broke down, and sanitation systems collapsed. Underground tunnels filled in minutes, cutting off access to basic services. In agricultural regions, entire harvests were lost just weeks before collection. With limited government aid, many villages relied on local networks to coordinate rescue efforts and distribute supplies. In Guangdong, rainfall intensified during the second half of June. A stalled weather system brought non-stop precipitation to cities like Guangzhou, Dongguan, and Huizhou. The Pearl River Delta became an underwater landscape. Highways, subway lines, and neighborhoods submerged. In Guanghua, entire districts were evacuated as water surged through markets and homes. In Qingyuan, rural farmlands vanished beneath rushing brown water. Many residents fled in the middle of the night, without warning, in precarious conditions. Military and civilian rescue teams deployed boats and helicopters, and footage of a baby and her mother being rescued from a half-submerged rooftop made national headlines. At the same time, Jilin province in the northeast was hit by rains that pushed the Songhua River and its tributary, the Sua, to dangerous levels. In the Shulan region, a critical dam failed under pressure, triggering mass evacuations and air rescues. Roads and bridges collapsed, cutting off communication to entire towns. Further south in Hunan, another dam near the Yi River gave way after days of rain. In Luoyang, waves swept away homes, trees, and vehicles. Many residents received no warning before the water arrived. In Zhengzhou, the drainage system was overwhelmed and subway stations flooded in minutes. The government response included deploying rescue crews, the military, and civilian volunteers across all affected provinces. Rural areas were hit hardest, with delays in aid caused by destroyed roads and fallen communication towers. In many cases, neighbors formed human chains or launched makeshift boats to save trapped residents. The causes behind these disasters are layered: natural geography, rapid urban development, and climate change. China's seasonal rains have always been intense, But rising temperatures have turbocharged storms, making them shorter, sharper, and more violent. Wetlands paved over by construction have reduced the land's ability to absorb water. Meanwhile, many dams and levees, built decades ago, were never designed to handle the current extremes. Their collapse reflects long-standing issues with maintenance and modernization. Authorities have begun rolling out the Sponge City Initiative, an ambitious plan to equip urban areas with green infrastructure capable of absorbing stormwater naturally. But building such systems takes years, and many cities can't afford to wait. Over 300,000 people have been affected so far, with at least 70,000 forced to relocate. Agricultural and economic losses are significant. In industrial hubs like Foshan and Zhengzhou, factory operations were halted due to flooded warehouses and damaged facilities. Drinking water contamination has also raised public health concerns. This year's rainy season has exposed a hard truth. Weather patterns are shifting faster than infrastructure can keep up. The most vulnerable regions are paying the price with each new storm. Disasters are repeating, but their impacts are growing. In a world where climate emergency is no longer a warning but a daily reality, decisions about urban planning, water management, and disaster response can no longer be postponed. What happens in the coming months will determine whether these floods become a turning point or yet another ignored alarm.